What is up, my beautiful gemstones? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. I just want to let you know that Crowley and I have storms. So the Wi-Fi has been kind of dipping in and out. If we go out, just stay right here. We'll get back on. But Ghostdragonz should be able to hold the fort down. Also, I'm not sure if we're going the full 2 hours tonight because I have a ton of stuff I have to do. Of course, blame it on me. Let me say hi to all my beautiful people in the chat. Gemma Jade, fancy meeting you here. Lotus girl, my sister from another mister. Hey, soul sister. Mike Roberts, what's up? The Bat Mom. New England Dirt Roadie. Hi. Mike Roberts. Shelly, welcome, girl. Paradox Fossils. Mark Langoria. Eris, nice to see you. You guys excited for tomorrow? Yay, I got a new deck. Ooh, actually, I got two because I got this really small cryptid deck that has like all these cryptids with like really funny sayings. I may actually show you guys that tonight. And we're just here to hang out and chill. So let me bring in my amazing other hosts for the evening. I'm going to pop out because I have a special order I want to put everyone up in. Bam. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Good evening.
How's everyone doing tonight?
I am fine. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Tired but perfect.
Same here. Absolutely the same. I got to eat my dinner, which is awesome. I've got a Red Bull, kind of, which is even cooler. I've got my candies, and yeah.
Yeah,
we got to watch you eat your dinner. That was even more awesome.
I'm like, ah. I do. I eat super fast, and I always end up not feeling good because of it. Maraid, my beautiful pink-haired mermaidian wifey.
Who's everywhere.
And Chris Jarvis.
Yes, Jarvis.
Jarvis. I don't know.
He's wearing a Pittsburgh hat, Jarvis. Should I block him?
That's how we roll around here. Donnie, nice.
I should wear my Cleveland hat, and I would have pissed everybody off. Even though we got a rapist on one of them.
You can't say that.
I remembered after I said that.
Maybe you can, because I can say it. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it in my videos either. I want to grab that deck. Donna Messenger, what's up, Mama?
I'm sorry. That was kind of hard.
You're lucky I'm in an apartment because my whole wall would be taken up by Steeler stuff right now.
By what?
I said he's lucky I'm in an apartment right now because my whole wall would be taken up by Steeler stuff.
Dude,
I'm
just waiting for when I make it big and make it rich. I'm going to have like a whole room of just Steeler stuff, and I am eventually going to get to a game, hopefully with my dad at some point in my life. It's always been his dream, and he's never got to go, so I'm hoping I can make that dream come true. Guys, I want to show this to you. It's really cool. Jarvis says, my Cincinnati DNA hates Crowley's tattoo.
Oh, boy.
Jarvis, I used to be a Browns fan. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to work on this.
Not really a fan of football anymore. Just don't have time to watch it anymore.
All right, that's my thing. I haven't watched a game in so long. What's up, Jerome? Welcome to the counselor with the mostest. It's so good to see you. I love when you come in. Guys, I want to show you this deck, this really cool deck that Ghostdragonz sent me. So it says Shadow Myths Tavern Chit Chat from the Red Blade Inn. And I'm not doing readings till tomorrow, but I think it's really cute. There's no book. So there's all of these really like macabre, like creepy kind of. I don't know if you can even like see the depth of the creep on this. This one says
creepy. This
drink really messes with my head, and it's got like some kind of cryptid skull. This one is like the angel of death with a booty, and it says, "Did you get a good look?" This is why I hate bugs. Come on, I've got to go through some of these because some of them are really. It's not a tumor. I seriously need.
I love that movie.
It's not the tumor.
These yoga poses are killing me. What's next? Let me see.
I thought you'd get a kick out of them. I'm still looking for.
I love them.
I definitely
am
looking for an actual oracle or tarot deck.
I'll show you a devil of a good time. Yeah, I don't. There has to be a cryptid.
There's got to be something.
No way. There's a true crime one that I've been wanting, but I am not, and you are not paying $125 for it. It's just not happening. So I'm hoping, but it's made special on Etsy, which we all know that even with my stuff, Etsy, I'm at 32% or 42% profit margin, and it's like $30 for a shirt. Yeah. That's why with the sprays and stuff, and I'm moving to lotions too, guys, as soon as it becomes just a little bit more profitable for me. Because lotions are super easy and I can kind of do them the same way, and I have all the dried herbs and all that stuff. But that's why I didn't put them on Etsy, and I'm just like, I'll drop ship from the house. But I do need someone to design a website for me and kind of just let me get in there and see the orders, and then you do everything else. And I'll
know how to do that stuff, but that's something I just never.
I'm still trying to work on Sam for you. It's a tough cookie.
This is what I think of your head.
Wait,
I really like those. They were.
What's the tea, snitches? It doesn't say snitches, but
I thought you meant my head. I was like, wait.
They told me the neck cream would make me look younger. Some of them you can't see well, but you'll be able to see them tomorrow night. Did you eat the last cookie? Mm-hmm. Ooh, this one. Rocking the look. I don't even know what's going on in half of these, but I think that they're really cool. Can I borrow a tissue?
They are cool.
Yeah. The first puff always relaxes me.
Yeah, I got 2 more stores to look at around here. Hopefully I'm finding one for you.
I am magnificent. Man, I shouldn't have eaten all those donuts.
That's the one you had on there. Sorry.
I like this one. I'm almost done.
Oh, you're fine.
Dude, what was in that brownie? I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I lose my head if it wasn't attached.
That's me, right?
And then I knew this was a bad idea. They're really cute though, right?
How many are in the deck?
I'm not sure. That wasn't all of them. That was just
I know that, but was it a decent deck at least?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35. Smoochie, this is actually for you. It's not technically a cryptid deck, but it does have some monsters for you.
Give me 2 seconds.
Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, mister.
I just heard that earlier.
Blue Crossroads, I'm so sorry I exposed your private pictures. Guys, as you know, we're here to talk about things and stuff and things, and just kind of hang out and catch up with you guys for the week and see if you guys are totally ready for the readings tomorrow. Thank you so much to everybody who has been, getting personals, actually donating, and who's been buying my homemade and charmed manifestation sprays. I put the link to the video about that, my little commercial, I guess you can call it that, in the description box. So if you're interested in that, it's $18.95, shipping included. But unfortunately, until I get a website up and an actual business kind of going, it's only in the continental U.S. Yes, smoochy for y'all. So what are you guys doing? What are you up to today?
I've been just chilling, fiddling around the house, ran to the store. Same old, same old. But I have something for you. My son, I haven't watched the new Doctor Strange movie, okay? But he talked about something that freaked me out. We were talking about deja vu last night, okay? And he says in the movie, they explain deja vu as you seeing what your multiverse version is doing. So basically your deja vu is you in another multiverse doing something that's almost the same thing. And you either will dream it or you are actually living it at the same time they're living it, but they go one direction and you go in the other.
It's pretty interesting, except
it's just something they brought up, and I thought it was kind of cool.
It's very interesting. I'll give you that. And it's kind of a good theory. But, Lotus Girl, you are so sweet. She said, oh, my God, my spray is miraculous. And the smell, nothing smells more beautiful. You are beautiful.
Getting ready for a refill. So hey, recycle those bottles.
Shelly, I can't because the oil stays in. They're not that much. Yeah, that scent oil, you'll never get that out of there. Even trying to clean my diffuser. So, what kind did she get? I made a special one for her called Lotus Girl. And that's the problem that I'm having with, and I'm not going to talk about this the whole time, I promise, guys. That's the problem I'm having, is that I'm trying to get the point across that if you come to me, I will make you an original scent just for you for whatever you're dealing with, like meditation spray, or trying to be come into your own empowerment, or trying to commune with your guides. Like if you just want something that smells good. The other day I did a sweetgrass and vanilla for my friend who just wanted something that smells pretty. I have over like 100 different oil scents, and I have over 1,000 different ways to mix them. I have new free gifts because the rocks, crystals, the gemstones were just like too confusing for me as someone just getting into them. But I have really cool bracelets. And it's really, right now the labels are handwritten, but I did find Amazon some sites that'll let me create the label right there, and they'll send them to me. So, but it has like a signed thank you note for me, a free gift from me. And then I have a little parchment paper where I tell you, remind you to shake well, smile, set your intention. I tell you what, gemstones are inside of the mixture. It really comes from my heart, guys. It really does. And I've got to get out of YouTube because $33 a month ad revenue. If you guys don't donate, I don't get paid. And I'm not like, woe is me. I'm just letting you guys know that's one of the reasons I wanted to start this. So while you guys talk, I want to figure out a way. Jerome, did you see, and did all of you guys see actually the cover for my new book that should be out?
Yeah, that looked cool as hell.
Either the end of this month
That was awesome.
or the beginning of July. I wrote the entire book. Steve Stockton did the forward. Either the end of this month. And you got to mute YouTube. And I designed the cover, but I told the concept to my illustrator, and then he did it. And I want to see if I can figure out a way to get a picture in here. So just give me a minute, guys. And you guys, please talk.
Well, I'm just thinking going with the Crowley scent is probably not going to work for you. So you might want to. I said going with the Crowley scent might not work very well.
I don't understand.
His scent that he was asking for last time.
Oh, I thought you said going with what Crowley said. I was
with the Crowley scent. I was like, that probably wouldn't be a good thing. So
I'm sending one called Stocktonite to Steve Stockton. I've got one for you, Crowley, that I could think of. It really depends, though, guys, on not just your personality, but what you're looking for. Like, if you're looking to clear negative energy out of your house, if you're looking for something to energetically brighten your space, if you want something to spray on your yoga mat to help you meditate, or like whatever it is, I can concoct it for you. Blue Crossword said, Gemma, as the resident musician, I feel I must tell you, you did pronounce sitar correctly. It is an Eastern stringed instrument. If you have ever heard Tom Petty's Don't Come Around Here No More. Yes, love that song. That was in the Evil Djinn video. Now, how do I share? Oh, I think I got it. Oh, I don't have a slide or a video file. I just have a picture. Let me see.
We are so terrible.
Should do a JPEG.
Oh, I think I got it. Downlinks. No, why does it just say a blurb from a long time ago? I want downloads.
That's weird. I'd help if I could.
Oh, because it's making me do slides. I don't want a slide, though.
Is it making you do a slide? Really?
Yeah.
It's not going to let you do like a JPEG or something?
Oh, wait, maybe. No. Oh, this stinks. I want to show you guys my new cover.
What, from your thing? Do you want me to do it? Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, can you do it?
Give me a second. Hold on.
Vixendell, welcome. So guys, again, this is just kind of a laid back. Sometimes I feel like people are like, what are they even doing here? I'm trying to bring back, we are trying to bring back the old fireside chats where we kind of did this and everybody picked on Gemma. Only now I have
Pick on me.
so nobody picks on me anymore. Nobody picks on me anymore.
No, they pick on me. They pick on me. I don't like it too.
Tony Rock, what's up?
Trying to find it. Give me a second.
Turn the chat. Oof, did too much. Like my shirt?
I do. I do. RJ would like it. He just found him. He's like obsessed with Sonic.
Oh, really?
I know that has nothing to do with Crash, but it just reminds me of Sonic. Guys, I lost my nails cooking dinner. Not like in dinner, but I had them so nice and pink and pretty. I have my first real sponsor, and it's gel nail polish. Don't ask me how. I want it to be Hunt a Killer because I want to play that darn game. But it is gel nail polish, and I know some of you guys are not going to be excited about it, but I'm excited about it.
I think that, yeah, that's it right there. Hold on.
I just can't do this. Sorry about that. I'm
like worst technology person whatsoever. Why am I doing this?
I think you and I agreed that we're probably on the same level. And yes, Donnie Cho, I agree. Crash was the PlayStation's attempt at Sonic, but he was still pretty cool.
All right. Let me see if I can do this. Still figuring out what's up.
They should make it really easy. You know, like you want to share something.
I haven't played with it enough. I see share.
Here we go. Hold on.
Crowley for the win. Thank you, Miss Shelley. Yeah, I thought it was spam because I'm like, nobody's gonna ask me to sponsor them, like, and especially a nail polish place. Like, I talk about demons, like, what is this? But they really, I'll see when I get
the cursed polishes.
I think it was they saw my makeup reviews that I do like once every 3 months where I
there we go.
Clothes. There it is, guys. Jerome, check this out if you're still watching. That is the cover for my second book, What's Up, Lara, that I conceptualized, and I have an amazing illustrator. His name is Doug. I don't remember his last name. Sorry, Doug. And that's with Beyond the Fray Publishing, Jeff and Shannon LeGros. And I told him my concept, and he made it come to life. So it's Encounters with Evil, 101 True and Terrifying Stories. The stories are less than 2 paragraphs each. When Steve came up with the idea, he said that he wanted them to be short enough that the average person can get through them while taking a poop. That was what Steve said. And I was like, great. And then Steve got really busy and actually wasn't able, because this should have been done in like February. So I actually ended up writing the whole book, and Steve wrote a foreword for me so that it's kind of like a collaboration. But it's all written by me. It's in editing, and that is my cover that I designed.
Sorry.
And I'm really excited about it. No, it's cool. Crowley, thank you for doing that for me.
Yeah, thank you.
Crowley for the win.
I'm proud of myself. I actually did something. So
I'm too lazy to do anything right now. I do all my work tomorrow night.
It's okay.
I do all my work tomorrow night.
Yes.
I bought a nice new tie too.
You just might be surprised. I might dress up myself. I was thinking about it.
A nice new tie.
If you've seen how many ties I have, you would have a heart attack.
Grandmaster, welcome. Jerome, you love it. I'm gonna give you a copy this time. I'm gonna come in. I gave Chris Rusk a copy of Missing in the Fae, and I never got to ask him if he read it. I think he did though. So I'm gonna dedicate it to my stepdad and to my ex, both who passed and don't get to see it. But I'm really excited. I had a hard time getting through the book, I got to tell you, because to find 101 scary stories, like 50 of them are my own personal experiences, which means I had to change the entire setting for my 4th book, which was supposed to be my personal experiences. You're so welcome, Jerome. You helped save my life, like literally. My personal experience. So what I did was I changed the concept of the 4th book, and it's going to be some personal experiences, but it's also going to be about life as a physical medium and psychic. and kind of from like childhood up. So it's still my own experiences, but more about what physical mediumship is, the fact that I was afraid to talk about it for so long, or when I'm sitting somewhere like in like a courtroom or something and there's like dead and like you have to try to focus and not see what's going on, and things like that, and like some encounters with the Fae that I've had and things like that. So, but I am currently working on Shadow Entities Beyond the Sleep Paralysis Demon, which I'm super I think this is the one I'm more excited about than any of the other ones. So I've been writing like crazy because at this point with my publisher, he's like, listen, you write them, give them to us, we'll get them out. Like there's no like this one's due at this time. Like it's just like, dude, write the books, and then once I get the fourth one, they'll renew my contract. This is my dream since I was a little girl, to be a published author, and I made it come true. And I'm really proud of myself, and it wouldn't be if not for you guys. Seriously, because who would I be talking to? Who would I be writing for? Who would have inspired me? Of course, my family inspires me all the time, but you guys, my voice is cracking. Stop it, Gemma. But you guys are really amazing, and I just wanted to thank you all for showing up. I mean, you show up just to listen to me shamelessly self-promote, so I guess I got to be doing something right.
Hey.
Crowley, why don't you tell us about your trip? Do you want to talk about your trip last week? What was that about?
Oh, what trip did I do last week?
Didn't you go to Washington, or am I confused?
No,
Mike.
I just messed up in chat. No, I was going to go to Washington, and things kind of got delayed, and I'm going through a mess.
I'm so sorry. I thought you actually went.
I was supposed to.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm so sorry.
No. It's just a work right now. It's a mess. I'm working like 6 days a week, 11 hours a day.
Yeah, but you have like a really cool job.
Not really.
I think your job is so cool. Like I think it's
I mean, I love the people that I see, and I love watching the kids grow up and the dogs get older and just everything, but it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So,
Tony, I'm putting that on merch. And Mike Roberts, I am really proud of you too. You have come a really long way, and I hope that after our chat last night that you will see yourself in the light that I see you in, and then I'm sure other people see you in, as super special, having something to contribute. And just knowing that you're on a path like all of us, man, and just never, ever give up. Always keep searching, right? I'm super proud of you, and I'm here for all of you guys anytime you may need, to the best of my ability. I am a stay-at-home mom. Shelly wants to know, what do you do, Crowley? I didn't want to out you.
That's all right. God, what haven't I done? I'm actually right now a mailman. I was a supervisor. I went back to carrying mail because I don't like dealing with the bureaucratic BS.
The authoritative BS, right?
I put my earbuds in and I just go. I talk to my people, and that's just kind of my thing right now.
That's kind of what I think I would like about it, is that you get kind of left alone for most of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like you can do things like listen to earbuds. Is it?
Yeah, because like right now, because in the summer the mail's light, and they want you to carry an hour and 45 on another route, but they want you to come back an hour earlier. So basically, you're giving them an hour's worth of free work. It's a mess.
No thanks.
So, carry 2 hours worth of stuff and come back an hour in time.
I found out the other day that my mail person that like covers, like if my original mail person can't, like takes a day off or something. So I'm outside and I hear the mail person talking to the neighbor. So I'm just going out to get my mail, and I hear like she's like, "Oh yeah, my niece lives there," and I'm looking around like, and she's like, "Oh, there she is." And I'm still looking around like. I have such a huge family that like if we filled Giant Stadium, it might be enough room. Like both of my parents are one of 11. My dad's technically one of like 13 because of step siblings, and they all have kids who have kids who have kids, and there's all these cousins, and it's crazy. So I didn't recognize my father's sister-in-law, my Aunt Colette, at first. She's like, she doesn't even know me. I'm like, I haven't seen you since I was like 9. Like, Ghostdragonz, thank you so much. Guys, super chats really help. Like I said, because ad revenue on YouTube right now, I make like 33 a month. YouTube pays 1 day a month. And if that month comes on a weekend, you have to pray that the following Monday isn't a holiday. It's always on the 21st. And if you don't make $100, you can make $99.99 and they will not pay you for that month. So your guys' donations is what really helps. But also, I always tell you guys, just being here with me, I have other things that I do, passive income, and supporting this new business of mine, all of the gifts. You guys are just amazing. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this stream too, just to kind of yip yap in your ears because somebody's listening.
Can I throw in 2 cents?
No.
Can I throw in 3 cents?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
3 cents. 2 cents isn't going to make me any richer. You can keep that. Give me 3.
No, it's Gemma has given me an opportunity to express a different me than I was, and I appreciate her 1,000%. So yeah, I can't do that shit.
Thank you.
Sorry. Darn, I said
It's okay.
But,
You're a process. We're all processes. It's great. But I appreciate that. And, you know, I that's a good lesson for everybody. And I think all of us already know that. You don't need to hear it from me, that we cannot judge people by when they're at their worst. We cannot judge people by their past actions. You judged me by who I was 4.5, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Everybody makes mistakes and everybody deserves, I think, multiple chances, right?
well,
I mean,
I made many mistakes on many different channels. Some that we talked about.
Just remember, a zebra may not be able to change its stripes, but it can change its mind.
There you go. I like that. Because people are like, a leopard never changes its spots, or like our former president where he's like, a leopard doesn't change its stripes. I'm like,
Well, I have to confess something. Okay. I still have my mailman shorts on.
Can you handle the truth? Actually, no, it's not. That's my best friend. But I'm actually glad that you came in because I was reading some old comments the other day that popped up in my memories, and you were so hilarious. You just like tell people how it is, and I absolutely love that about you. And I remember thinking, where did they go? No, Ghostdragonz is not my dad. Neither is Crowley.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. Time out.
So just is that your dad?
We're both going times out. No.
Who? Which
They
one?
see a resemblance between us.
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
It's the Italian thing, I think.
I'm not even Italian.
Well, how? No.
I'm half
I'm a Viking.
Cherokee and
I'm
half
a-
Irish.
We're Viking and
Wait, we're barking up the wrong tree here. Let's start over.
Yeah. Ralph and Cassie, what's up? You've been out of the country. That's awesome. Where have you been? Al, menial scientist. Yes, Al is my father. I'm just kidding. My father is not in the chat, but my daddy's downstairs. No, I'm just kidding.
Chris.
Oh, bad girl, bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You're fine.
I didn't do it this time, so I'm proud.
That was
Do
me.
you know that he never actually says, Luke, I am your father? And James Earl Jones actually remembers saying that, and he's the one who voiced Vader.
It just shows you, too, how much things get twisted throughout the years.
Or is it a Mandela effect?
Yeah, it could be that, too.
Crowley, do you believe in the Mandela effect?
I absolutely do. I'm a Buddhist, and I don't feel like there's anything that is an accident. There's a cause and a reason that everything happens. So
No, not that.
No, I get you that it's the ripple effect. I get the ripple effect.
No, it's not a ripple effect.
Oh, wait. The
That's when history actually
Not the butterfly effect.
Stop and reset. I was trying to type. Listen. No, it's the forgetting stuff that
He's
happens.
cute, ladies and gentlemen. He's cute.
It's the forgetting. I can't do this if you're not. Okay, reset. Okay, we ready?
That didn't happen.
All right. We're not resetting.
I ain't saying no.
I'm
I'm going to be the sober one, okay?
You just started back up again. Stop. it's where something happened and it was published or put on media and it was seen, you remember it, but it doesn't exist anymore.
Like,
you know why they
I
call it
am
the
your
Mandela
father.
effect.
Do you know what's crazy about that though? Is that somebody just said something that I think is very interesting. I'm going to keep that up there for a second. I actually remember being very, very little and listening to my father talk about how Nelson Mandela had died. And I remember asking who that was, and my dad trying to explain it to me as like a very little kid. And my dad's one of those people that, like, if he doesn't know, because he knows that like I idolize him and he's my hero, he'll just make something up. So going to school was very interesting for me when I found out, like, you know, thunder wasn't God, bowling or beating his wife, or like, you know, like all of these things, even words, you know, my family, they say use, like, where are yous? And I thought that was a word. Or they'll be like, you know, that's 1 cent or 1 years old. And I pick these things up. So my dad makes words up. It's insane. But I remember him trying to explain this to me. But I never understood it. And then when I got older and found out about the Mandela effect, there are so many of them that I remember. And New England Dirt Roadie says something really interesting. Don't get started on the Mandela effect. I'm not in the same body I was born into. You're actually not the first person that I have heard say that.
Well, it's actually true scientifically because your cells redevelop. We went through this before, where your cells redevelop and your body is technically not the same. I can't remember the rate at which it happens, but your body regenerates itself every so often. So technically, you're not in the same body that you started out on. So.
Yeah, but it's more like a where people are like, for instance, paradox fossils. That's very interesting. I started remembering other timelines in 94. Like, is there a time in your life where you feel like you almost died, where you feel like you were put in danger? Or when you had a really crazy dream and you woke up and just felt really off? Every once in a while, that's because you actually did switch timelines. So the life that you wake up to is not the life you went to bed with the night before. And then, like, your whole memory and everything reassimilates, but part of your brain keeps that memory from the other life. Long reach one. Hi. That doesn't make sense, but thank you. Nice to meet you and welcome to our nonsensical chat. Wrenches, please just keep an eye.
I was too busy wiping tears out of my eyes for a minute. So.
I know. I'm like, I'm trying. You're like, I know. I am definitely making a blooper reel, and that's going in it. I was thinking that the other day when I was recording a video, and I was like cursing at myself because, like, I don't know, I like burped really loud, and I'm like, God, now you're gonna have to take that out. And you see me like having this whole conversation out loud with myself, and I'm like, people would really love to see this.
Well, it's like kind of the conversation we had earlier. It's like, I'm mad at you. Well, I'm mad at you too. Well, I still love you. I love you too.
That was so easy. I've never had somebody where I'm like, this is what I have to say. You said what you have to say. Now I love you and let's get over it. And the person was like, okay, and actually got over it. Normally people will hold a grudge against me or feel some type of way. And that was actually really interesting. Like, you were upset and then I got mad. But I said at the end of it, I'm like, but we're cool though. I'll still cut a bitch for you, you know? And then we were actually cool. And I do think that's really awesome because I hope you understand, like, I don't hold grudges. I just say what I need to say and then apologize and then move on. And I think that's what adults should do, you know?
We got each other, boo.
Nobody's got me.
I would do the hard thing, but I suck at it. I'm not going to try. I'll just turn it.
I miss half the time anyway. I forget what I'm doing. And I'm like, square.
Well, you guys are doing fine. I'll see you later.
Oh, the hell you will.
Bye.
Can I say hello?
You can tell.
No,
You can say, like, a lot of the times they let stuff slide, but if we get someone in here that, like, reports it, I could get in trouble technically, but like, probably not.
Well, what's like the kind of...
I think the F word is pushing the limit.
Well,
I'm sure you don't want to say too much and then they demonetize you.
Well, like,
or any, like, nudity, like...
Yeah.
I had some trouble because of my oracle cards, like the one that with the dark angel with like the booty. So I was making the thumbnails for personal videos, and I guess one of the oracle cards that I had used for the thumbnail it was a stone statue, but it had a boob, and somebody reported me like 4 times. And I'm sitting there like, why am I getting reported? And I didn't get a strike or anything, but they're like, we took it down. And I didn't take the video down, just the thumbnail. And I'm like, what is wrong with the thumbnail? And then I realized the stone statue had an exposed breast, and YouTube was not okay with that.
But then you got the statue of David.
You know what it is? I'm only making $33 a month, and that means they're making like 70 something off me. They're not making millions off me, so I can't get away with anything. Bill H, what's up? Freeze framed the spicy ones. Oh. Oh, Mike. I'm gonna tell that story. Mike says his baby rabbits left home. So I was doing a personal face-to-face oracle reading with Mike, and I'm not going to tell all his personal business, but one of the cards I pulled had a rabbit on it, and the card was the Alice in Wonderland deck, and it was talking about the white rabbit. And he and I had just been talking about synchronicity, and
oops, sorry.
I'm like, what happened? And I was trying to explain how, synchronicities are usually just the universe's way of showing you that you're on the right path, and like that there are no coincidences. So I pulled this card, and he's like blown away, and I'm like, wow, what happened? And like recently, either that day or a few days before, I know I keep playing with my hair. I know he had went outside, and there were these rabbits that were going to get caught in the rain. So he like built them this little thing of shelter. It was like all these little baby rabbits, and they left. Smoochie, thank you. I feel like the happier I am in my life, the more confident I feel. And I think that it doesn't matter what you look like. If you're confident in yourself, people are going to be attracted to that. How does my ribcage and location of my heart change?
It's your cells. It doesn't matter if the location changed, all your cells change.
No, New England Dirt Roadie, I think there's something else there. And it probably does have something to do with, it could be cell regeneration. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? You have the scientific part of it, and then you have the part of it that like you could be, maybe you have some extraterrestrial DNA where now you're becoming more them, or maybe you've been abducted. I mean, these are all things in this community that most of us believe, and I wholeheartedly believe, are very, very real and very well could be happening. Are you paying attention to your dreams? Are you paying attention to the rest of your body to see if you have bruises or marks or anything like that? I would really start paying attention to my dreams if I were you.
Sorry about that. Couldn't hold it anymore.
How dare you?
Well, when you take a shot, you kind of mess with your body.
I need your share.
That's interesting. Hey, Mike, next year, if one is pregnant or all 3, they will come back this 4th year. We get a new family every year. Oh, I want a family of bunnies. Did you guys see all I've got? Like, all I ever show are like amphibians. Smoochie.
I have my toads. I have my fishings.
Ray left a whole barrel out. It was just a barrel that we were like putting garbage in. And one time it was like no garbage in it. And it had poured and poured for days. And somehow like we didn't empty it. We didn't even think about it. And then when like spring came, we had Mr. Frog, who turned out to be Mrs. Frog because she laid eggs and like tadpoles in the water. And then we couldn't dump it out.
You want them around because they eat all the buggy bugs.
I know you've grown to love me because, like I said, I got a comment from you last year about my socially distant shirt, and I was like, not Smoochie. But then that's happened to me with a lot of people, females especially, where I'd be like, they either hate me or just don't care for me. And then after I talk to them for a little bit, they're like, oh, I got you all wrong. And I'm like, that usually happens because I come off a really strong. And depending on the day, I do rub people the wrong way. The location of
Good
your
on
soul changed. It's your other dimensional self body.
No, it was funny. I came home from work the other day and there was 2 rabbits in my yard. I'm not sure if they're fighting or
Or the other F word.
I was sitting there watching them for a second. I was like, do I want to walk in between them and ruin their moment?
Nana Boss, welcome. Oh my God, that reminds me of this one time. I lived in Garfield, New Jersey, in this little, it's kind of like an attic apartment, right? And I remember a friend of mine was over and we were like morning drinking. So this was a long time ago. And we were smoking out the kitchen window because technically we weren't supposed to smoke in the apartment and the landlord lived downstairs. And there were all these cats out there. There were like 3 or 4 cats. And when we looked out, 2 of the cats were doing it. So we were like commenting, like I was commenting on the female and he was commenting on the male. And we literally did this for like 20 minutes. The male tried to run off and the female went after him. And I was like, hey, you said you'd buy me breakfast. And he was like, oh, I got to go. I got work in the morning. Like, it was just, I don't know. That's what that reminded me of for some reason. Animal sex, I guess. Good vibes. Absolutely. Outside time selves. Does the conscious self or the soul regenerate? I can't give you a definitive on that, but I can say that I don't think it regenerates as in it like renews, but I do feel like it changes a lot because of the growth of our spiritual journeys here. We all choose, and you guys don't have to agree with me, obviously. And this is discussion, not debate, like Crowley said. Nobody knows nobody knows most of this. I mean, it's all just guesswork and based on, our experiences. But I believe that we choose to incarnate. Larry, hey, sweetheart. We choose to incarnate on Earth as humans for a reason. We could, now I listened to a channeling session with my absolute idol, male idol, who I love and who I still cry when I see his picture, Kurt Cobain. And he said that we can incarnate anywhere in the multiverse that we want. But when we choose to be human beings on any of the planet Earths, because we know there's infinite number of them, because the infinite number of dimensions, we're really, really going to school. Like, you can look at it as prison or you can look at it as school. And I still haven't found enough on the prison planet to back that theory in any possible way. I wanted to write a book on it, but there is just no research. There's no research.
The Buddhist in me will remain quiet right now. So.
That's why I don't like the term incarnate, because it's like, yeah, or not reincarnate, past life regression. That's the one I wrote down that I have an issue with, because it's not technically like the past life. It's like all lives are going on right now. I mean, you can say your opinion at any time. I just don't want to debate. Like, I'm like, okay, like I totally respect. I don't know Buddhist principles or anything like that. My friend Donna is a Buddhist, or was for a long time, but I didn't learn much about it because of where I was in my life when I stayed with her. Larry, you were never in trouble. That's what Crowley and I were just talking about. Like I do not ever hold grudges. I don't ever get mad. I will just say things like, you're being weird, or you're a strange person, or why did you say that? And then I move on. Like, I'm not like
seen
that.
Our conversations.
I'm not like that. I actually saved it because I was surprised. I sent it to Ghostdragonz and I'm like, Hirsch? And then I'm like, oh, he still wants to come on. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, he's fine.
I love you guys. You guys are good. We can have differences of opinion sometimes. It's okay. We'd have to talk it out, though.
That's part of growing. Like, that's part of being an adult. You know what I mean? That's part of adulting. But people who have been in addiction or have even been in like depression and stuff. I mean, I've never been like officially depressed or clinically depressed, but things like that, when that happened and you go into this like dark space for so long, you do get used to being isolated. You do kind of get used to people trampling on you, because you kind of just at that point, whether you realize it or not, are like giving up. So you kind of just go with it. So you tend to be overly sensitive a lot of the time. And when things happen, like you're going through a lot. And I know that. That's why I kept saying, like, dude, I'm your friend. Like I'm your friend.
Well, you got me at stab my ex. That was kind of.
I'm just a pain in the butt for everybody. I like being a pain in the butt.
Was that
suspension?
No, like Ghostdragonz, I love them to death, man. We sat there and had the biggest laughs a couple weeks ago, and what happened? We're good, man.
Nobody likes me. I just belong in the basement.
No, we just love you. We don't like you.
Feel like,
what do you think I hang out in my corner for?
I feel like a lot of people, Blue Crossroads, I'm not a human, but I play one on TV. I feel like a lot of people are coming with this whole consciousness shift, right? I feel like a lot of people are coming to the realization that we may have DNA from other, like, you know. And also what I was getting at with like all of the timelines, it's like the story that I tell in one of my recent videos. And I think I actually told it in my book too. I was so desperate for content for that book. You don't even know by the end of it. That a woman, I think I even said it on this channel. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. She was living in this really old house that was built in like the 1700s, and she was putting wood in the fire, and she felt really dizzy. So she just kind of caught herself. And when she turned around, there was a table, like this wooden table, like an old timey, like 1700s table. And then all of a sudden the fireplace was like a hearth, and there was food cooking. And there was a woman holding a pot, and she was calling kids and people to the dinner table. So a little boy and a little girl sat down, one on each side of the table. And one man, who seemed to be the husband because he kissed the wife on the cheek, sat down next to the little girl. And their backs, the little boy and this other man's backs, were to this woman. And the little boy turned around and looked at her and giggled. And she was just shocked because this is happening as if she's watching a movie right in front of her. It happened somewhere in the Midwest. I have the specific details somewhere. And the little boy tapped the man on the shoulder, and they both turned around and looked, and the man went like this, like rolled his eyes and whispered something in the little boy's ear, and they both looked down. And then the woman kind of gave her a stern look, and then she blinked and they were gone. What happened? Did she see some kind of ghosts eating dinner? Or is it more reasonable that she somehow just got a look into a different life, probably that she was a part of? She would have no idea if she was that little girl in her other life. I don't believe, and a lot of people disagree with me, that we always look the same, though, in every single life that's going on. Like, does 4,562 year Cindy, I just said my real name, Gemma, look like, I do it all the time, like me, like I look? Or could I possibly look completely different, you know? Could I be awesome and look like Brittany? I mean, I don't know. Crowley, thank you so much for the promotion. Yeah, guys, donations always help. Merch helps. And I put in the description box, again, a link to the video where I explain my manifestation and intention sprays. I make them in these little bottles right here. I put tiny little gemstones, depending on what you need, in the bottom. And I fill it with distilled moon water that I've charmed, crystals that I've charmed, and I use 100% therapeutic grade essential oils. Right now, I'm handwriting the labels. I put a free gift in there, a signed thank you card from me, and a note for me on the parchment. I also put other crystals or a different gift on the side, and I'll write on the parchment. I mean, like, guys, I put my heart and soul into this. So $18.95 with shipping in the continental US. And so far, I've had amazing reviews, like amazing reviews. So
good stuff. I like it.
Well, you guys got to help out, or else I won't be able to stay on here.
Yeah, you're fired. Bill H, moon water is like when a witch or
it's when she pulls down her pants and leans over the butt.
With the we're not. I almost joined in.
No, we're not having this conversation.
I'm sorry. I just had to slide it in. I've been quiet all night. He says
nothing all night, and then he talks about urine.
I almost jumped on that one.
I didn't say nothing about that.
So moon water is water charged by the moonlight. It's when you take water but what I do with the moonlight, first of all, each month has a different moon, the name of the full moon. And you put it out, and most of the moon water I have is from last December on. I have gallons and gallons of it. I keep charming it to make sure it stays nice and fresh. And then I also have waxing and waning moon water. I cannot tell you right now every single thing the moon water does, but it is really powerful. It's specially and psychically charged. So it helps when you spray the spray, your manifestation, your intention, right? Because you have to spray it with the intention of, like, say you are having trouble with anxiety and you want to spray to help. So the sprays that I make, you can spray on your person, on yourself, in your hair, in your room, in your office, in your car, you know, in the air around you, but also on your sheets, on your pillows. Just as long as it's a non-porous surface, you can spray it there. And if you're very sensitive and you don't want to put oil spray on your body, I also make this container with no crystals in it, right? And I make it so that you can take the container and pour it into your essential oil diffuser and use it that way. It's a one-shot deal. And I'm also going to be getting into lotion just as soon as the business takes off a little bit more, because lotion is super easy too.
What was in the citrus one I sent you?
Oh, it had orange, lime, lemon, grapefruit, lemongrass, and I think bergamot.
I want a lemon one. I want the next one.
Yeah, I can do it. And then if you guys, like I said, like if you just want to smell good, like just tell me, like I want something that smells good.
Actually,
I have one called Jersey Girl. It's patchouli, cinnamon, and vanilla.
I wear it. And I went through mine pretty fast because I literally twice a week go through the whole house.
I love it. Christian
and then
Wolf.
I do my bed. I do my bed when I get up in the morning, and I do it again when I go to bed.
Now that is a Gemma fan.
I do sleep pretty comfortably, I have to say. But
and that's what I did that
sleeping
for.
for me is rare. So when I'm going from 1 hour to about, I'm sleeping about 4 hours a night now, which is a miracle. But there's other factors involved in that too.
Christian Wolf, Julie Doom, welcome. Long Reach, thank you. We are all actually hosts, though. We're all here every Tuesday for your listening and viewing pleasure.
I'm just a Ghostdragonz.
They would make awesome co-hosts, though, for sure. Or guests. I said co-hosts, guests. Jillian and Christian, so nice to see you. I put my water out 3 days before the fullest part. That's actually a really good idea.
Actually, it is.
I also sell just the moon water, and I also sell face-to-face personal readings and my readings, which is why I'm trying to find someone who will help me and just build a website for me, run the website for, you know, cheap for me, and let me just take orders, you know. I want to put my personal readings on there so I can sell more of those and really make a business of it. I need to have just for me. It's not like, you know, I desperately need money. I'm so poor. I'm not rich or anything, but it's more about me succeeding in what I want to succeed in, because my end goal and my dream for a really long time has been to start a thrift store that partners with either my church or some inpatient long-term rehab facilities in my area.
No, actually it wasn't. She did it because what had happened that Wednesday night, Mike. Here. This one here. No, it was, she sent that and kind of beefed it up a little bit because of what happened that night. That Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday night? No, it was the night like this.
No, it was a Wednesday night.
It was a Wednesday night, wasn't it?
Ghostdragonz had a visitation by an extraterrestrial and 2 Native American lower vibrational menacing trickster spirits. He ended up burned. Somebody in the chat who has abilities and has been unaware, for some reason, something we were talking about, or I just energized the chat with my energy from channeling. Something happened, some exchange of energies kind of happened, and somebody's abilities activated, and it threw everything off, my protections, my guards in my house, everything I keep up for myself along my property. I had to redo everything, and Ghostdragonz ended up attacked, and the person did not know.
Well, I think they were just curious about me too, because
that it happened. It was so cute. It was actually, I gotta say, not cute that you got attacked, but what was cute about it was, okay, so tricksters look like, I think I've explained this. If you take a toddler, Mr. Lurks-a-lot, what's up? And you take a sheet and cut holes for the eyes and drop it and say it's a ghost, right? Those old fashioned like 1920s ghost costumes that like moms would do and like embarrass their kids. So But the tricksters look exactly like that. Okay, less than 4 foot tall, like 3 feet tall, but with a black sheet over their head. That's exactly what they look like. The bottom looks like the bottom of a sheet. Now they don't have a sheet on them. That's just how they present themselves to me, how I see them. So I saw I said, oh, a trickster came in. I didn't realize what was going on until I started seeing things that I block myself from seeing on a regular basis. And I'm like, what is going on? But what was funny was it was these two tricksters, and they're lurking around behind him. They just came right out of the wall or the window. And the third trickster was actually an ET that was so curious about the tricksters, it presented itself as the tricksters do. And it also looked like ET.
Yeah. I remember being there, kind of, but I don't know if I was entirely there.
You know what happened?
I honestly think they were just curious about me too, because it was a weird night. It got a little aggressive after we signed off. And there's a lot of things I didn't tell you, but it was a weird night. And that morning, it was like I finally just said enough, and it kind of left me alone. I went, kind of cleaned myself off the next morning. I left and did my Tai Chi. And then I just kind of hung with them because they hung around. And then when I did the spray and blessed the house again, I didn't have a problem after that.
Well, we didn't realize what happened until afterwards. Like when Ghostdragonz, like when I realized that he had been attacked, and then when I realized what was going on with me in my house, that like all of my guards and barriers and boundaries, protection.
That's what made me feel bad.
Everything got broken, but it wasn't your fault. It was technically the fault of the person in chat, but it wasn't their fault because they spontaneously activated their abilities without even knowing it. And ever since then, the person has been going absolutely nuts trying to figure out what is going on. And I'm hoping that I can offer them some help in the near future, because that's dangerous when you get to be a certain age and then all of a sudden you're a physical medium, you know. I can't imagine just walking around one day and then suddenly I see a
call.
You know, yeah, like it's crazy. I want to show. What is that? Nightmare. Who's Carl? Chili Doom. I also have, like I've been talking about a lot, the manifestation and attention sprays that are not to put my merch down. It's actually putting Etsy down, that are a lot cheaper than my merch. Who's Carl? And what's up, Blue Girl? Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters. What is up? I've got something I want to show you guys. Hold on.
What are you asking me?
My boy Nightmare. What's up, Nightmare?
I'm not really leaving. I'm just kind of hanging. So Carl's trying to come back. Interesting. I kind of.
I know
one of the other older guys, I think.
I've seen Carl's in the chat. I'm just trying to figure out who it is.
Yeah, it's the ET.
Oh.
He's talked about him before. I like that. Where's the lotion? Where's the lotion?
It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Are you going to make me wear that when you put me back in the basement?
Or else I got this just for you, so everyone what's up.
Enjoy
Put
that.
the lotion in the basket.
We'll put the waffle sandwich in the basket too then.
Precious.
Mm-hmm.
Carl is the ET that visited Dave. Oh.
Yeah, it's a.
I'm not big on SOR anymore after what happened.
Yeah, well, Chris asked earlier if you had walked away, and I was going to put it up, but that's something you have to address. I've been asked that a couple times, believe it or not. I don't know why people come to me, but I've had people come to me on Facebook and ask, and I'm like, honestly, it's not my place to say.
What happened with SOR is that Dave was nice enough when it came for Vegas to offer to purchase my plane ticket. I had told him from the beginning that, one, I wasn't sure if I could get a photo ID because I don't have one. Mine got stolen and I just never replaced it. It's caused me so many problems. But I told him because of the virus that I'm not allowed to say, New Jersey used to be able to walk in, get an ID, and leave. But I thought they had changed their policy, which they actually did. where now you go in, you get the picture taken, you get the ID, but they mail it to you and it takes like 6 weeks or more. So I told him I wasn't sure. And then I told him I'm really not sure I can afford the room, because the room was going to, for 3 nights or 2 nights even, was going to cost more than the ticket. So he surprised me with the plane ticket anyway. I did everything I could to get the money for the room. I was ready to go. I couldn't get ID, and I got the vid again, right? I tried getting in touch with him, but I'm trying to make this as short as possible. But the day that I called him happened to be a day before I was leaving. I didn't know he was in the air. So I figured, well, I'll refund the money for the ticket and we'll be fine. He told me that when he got back, he was like, you're so lucky because I talked so much crap about you, and our subscribers had to talk me out of firing you. Number one, why were you talking about me so badly behind my back when I wasn't there to defend myself to our subscribers? Like, you could have professionally destroyed me. And number two, like, yeah, I'm okay after having that for the 3rd time, after someone in my family just died. Thanks for asking. And then he's like, it's not about the money, but I've got to see if I can get a refund before I let you know if you're getting your job back. First of all, it wasn't a job. It was a volunteer position, because Dave keeps all donations for himself and pays off personal debts or does whatever he does with it. And I hate that this happened over a nice thing that he was trying to do. But the thing of it was, the last night that I was there, some guy kept coming in and talking about purchasing different drugs with food stamp money. And it was all just like ridiculous stuff, right?
Oh,
so
there's more to it than that.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, guys, it's Saturday night. Let's have fun. Like, we're not talking about people being addicts. Like, let's not put each other down. And this guy came in, and every time, oh, New England Dirt Ready, you haven't heard the half of it. Yeah, I'm getting there. Every time I would time this guy out, he'd come back in and say something even worse. So finally, right at the end of the stream, I just blocked him. Now, when I block people on someone else's channel, at the end of the show, I always go back and unblock them, because it's not for me to block people on Dave Scott's channel. What does he do? Within seconds, he lets this guy right back in and unblocks him. So to me, that showed that he's showing everyone that I'm allowed, that you can just disrespect the host, right? But the thing that got me, Dave was really worried. Larry A., thank you so much, sweetheart.
Yes, Larry, thank you so much.
Got me really upset was Dave was really worried about people in Vegas surreptitiously videotaping him when he was drinking. And we had a whole meeting about it. He was very upset about it. He made Vegas mandatory for everyone next year. So if you don't have the money, you're screwed. He collects everyone else's donations and everything, but whatever, and all the ad revenue. So then Dave finally, he calls me at the last minute on Saturday, and he's like, okay, you've got your job. I'm like, great, because I didn't want to quit. But I quit at that moment. But what got me, and guys, somebody came to me, more than one person. 3 people came to me with it, and 2 of them came. Dave was so worried about being surreptitiously videoed. He was on audio, okay, while drunk, saying all the things he was going to make me do to repay him for that ticket. And that's when I drew the line, because you don't talk about me like that to subscribers, to people, to anybody. And you sure as hell are not going to make me do anything, especially not something like that, for a plane ticket. It was disgusting. It was uncomfortable. It was humiliating and demeaning. And I had to walk away.
Okay, can I interject?
Sure.
Number one, we had this conversation, you and I. Okay, and I told you, just F it. You know what I mean? Nobody begged a certain person to do a certain thing. You're not indebted to anybody because it's somebody else's choice. Number two, I can name 3 or 4 of my other friends that are on live streams right now that have had not similar issues, but issues with the same person that are no longer on SOR, and they're on different channels right now. So the problem is not the people that are on SOR. It may be the person
who's running it. And one other thing, and then I want to get off it because I don't want to make a stream like give him that much power.
Absolutely.
But the one other thing I want to say about him, well, it's 2 things, but it goes together. And sorry, guys, but I just have to put this out there so you guys know. So everything that went down with me and Bree when Bree was live. First of all, he forced me to take the weekend off when my ex, my best friend, died suddenly. I said I didn't need it off. I wanted to focus on work. He forced me to. And then while I was gone, introduced Bree not only as someone who was covering for me, but as a permanent fourth. Without any of us, I didn't know who she was. I knew who she was because she was a subscriber to mine and Steve's channel, and we were nice enough to give her a shot to come on our show. And nobody wanted a fourth. So anyway, we had issues, me and her, and I told him about it. He's like, don't worry, I got your back. As soon as we get into the meeting and I say something, he mutes my mic and demands that I be quiet and let him talk. And then when Lynn quit, I asked for a role of interviewing as a female on my own show, because that's one of my other goals on a larger platform than my channel, to interview guests. He promised and swore for an hour that he was not having any single females doing any kind of interview shows for a long time. But when he did, it would be me. 3 days later, we have our team meeting for 2 straight hours. Dave talks about loyalty and then introduces Jessica Jones, who is a single female interviewing people on SOR. And I'm going to move on. Bim Jim, that's not acceptable. The word junkie is not allowed in my chat, but welcome. And so nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm trying to not name drop, but there's been multiple people that I'm friends with that have experienced bad things. So
yeah,
I'm not going to name drop on their.
I didn't mean to go on a rant, but people have been asking. And I just think you guys need to know. But I would like to move on. You guys are all good.
It's time to move on. I knew it had to be said sooner or later. So.
But what do you think? What do you guys think about this? My son's 13th birthday is on Friday, and there's an eclipse. What does that mean? If anything.
Let's look it up.
What happened?
Does that mean anything?
I'm gonna look. I'm sure it does, unless maybe it's just when you were born.
He actually brought it up to me, which I was super surprised about because he's not really.
Oh, he's getting into it.
I know he's watching too much.
Is it a lunar eclipse? I don't know. How do I not know?
I think it's a solar eclipse. Actually. Maybe partial.
Not that I know.
I don't know. He showed me on his phone. I don't know.
It says, okay, hold on.
We have another pink moon coming in, which is basically kind of lunar eclipse. That's the alignment of the planets. Sorry.
If the eclipse occurs on or near your birthday, you can expect this to be a significant year for you. There will be big positive changes in your life during the following year, many of which involve personal relationships and your own feelings and emotions. Don't expect anything traumatic, as these changes, while potentially challenging, are making room for wonderful experiences in your life. The evolution of things in your life will flow naturally, and any situations that aren't bringing you closer to your purpose will naturally fall away. It's important that you try not to cling to anything, whether a relationship, professional position this year. Let the universe roll out the red carpet to your future and trust that your path is unfolding as it should. There are a few things to keep in mind when met with the energy of the eclipse, and when you hold these thoughts in your consciousness, it will be much easier to flow through this transit with ease and harmony. The first thing to be aware of is that the lunar eclipse specifically can cause heavy feelings and trigger buried emotions, which means that misunderstandings and conflicts with others are possible. Try to stay patient with those you love as well as yourself during this time. Brain fog, mental confusion, making it more difficult to make decisions. And finally, your trust in the universe is crucial right now.
Well, I think he might have been mistaken. I just Googled it real fast. I think it was 2021 on June 10th on his birthday. So I think he may be off a year.
I was going to say, because the only thing coming up right now is we have an alignment. We have an alignment at the end of the month. And we'll get what they call a pink moon or rose moon. I've heard it called
pink moon.
Yeah. So it should be a good one.
Actually,
it's a big one too. So it's going to be real close to the Earth. So it'll be big and bright.
Well, at least he cared enough to look, I guess.
Yeah.
April 30th,
right?
May 15th, October 25th, and November 8th this year.
Guys, guess what? I'm getting ready to call it a night. I've got some writing to do on the new book and some scripts due for MPNM. But I really hope you guys liked the cover. Keep your eyes and ears tuned for the new book. And I just want to say thank you guys for all the donations to PayPal, to CashApp, for all the super chats, for everyone who is buying readings. $25 for a personal with me, the 7 to 12 card one. And if you want a face-to-face for the hour, hit me up on that. Anything having to do with astrology, the oracle, and my manifestation intention sprays, that's at moonbearoracle@gmail.com. Who is that?
Not me.
Oh, that's me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It did it on its own. I didn't even touch it.
I'm drop shipping. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Lara. I'm drop shipping from home, $18.95, includes shipping in the continental US, and I will custom make it for you with crystals and moon water and special charms. Lara, we definitely do have to chat. Don't you have my number? Just hit me up, text me, and maybe we can do I have a really hard time with phone calls, but for some reason video chats don't bother me. So go figure. Lara, thank you so much. Gemma, you are a source of love and light in the world. I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, want to be that. That is what I strive for. Am I perfect? Heck no. Am I for everybody? No. I'm intense. I'm pretty alpha, and I never stop talking. But I love you guys, and I always mean well, and I always want to help in any way that I can. But guys, get with me on the sprays, because as soon as the sprays take off, it's going to be lotion in the next couple of months or so, and then it's going to go right into soaps. I'm going to do it up with the essential oils. And I love you guys. Always be kind to each other. Always be kind to yourselves, and always make sure others are being kind to you too. Thank you so much for the awesome response to the cover, and I hope you guys will get the book. I'm hoping that it does even better than Missing the Faith Theory, which did really well considering I was my first time as an unknown author. Motion lotion, that actually might be a really good sell. Smoochie, I'm going to have to collaborate with you on that one. Yes, send it with a box of tissues. That'll be the
I'll
free
just
gift.
put that out. All right, go ahead.
What about you guys? Want to say goodnight? Say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. Have a blessed one.
Love everybody. Just have the best day tomorrow. New 24 hours for everybody to restart.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
He's like, girl, bye.
I gotta talk to you for a minute.
Okay. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to bring you backstage. I'm going to go out, and then I'll come back there and we'll chat.
All right.
Have a good one. Good night, guys. Larry, you are not in trouble. You can message me anytime. Just be patient with my responses, because I did lose my phone for a day and a half. A lot of people thought I was ignoring them. Then when I got my phone back, anytime I would text someone that had an iPhone, it looked to me like they were getting the messages, but they weren't going through. I had to toggle airplane mode. Nightmare. I'm glad that you brought it up, because people have been asking and asking and asking, and I've been keeping quiet. So now I don't ever have to talk about it again. And it's out in the open, and people know, and they can do what they want with the information. I'm actually glad it happened. If it wasn't you, it would have been somebody else. So don't even worry about it. Guys, don't forget tomorrow, Wednesday night, from 7:15 to 11:15-ish p.m. Eastern time, I am doing a 1-card pull for anyone and everyone in the chat. I don't need to explain what it is. Most of you guys are always there. I've got a new deck. I think 2 new decks if you count this one. Please check out my new business, and I love you guys. Bye.